Hello everybody. It is Thursday, the 22nd of May. And here I go again, trying to bring the truth. I had this comment, saying that I should compare myself to others to say how what I'm saying is different. How am I different from everybody else? Well, first of all, I am not so much revealing a truth, because the truth has already been revealed. People refuse to see it. I'm trying to open their eyes to a truth that was revealed 2,000 years ago, and they're steadfastly refusing to see it. Especially Christians, steadfastly refusing to see the truth. So what is the truth that was revealed? It is in the book of the Revelation. And the truth that is being revealed is the truth of God. The truth of what Jesus referred to as my Father in heaven. The reality of what those beings actually are. In the book of the Revelation, if it's revealed to you, it was revealed to Jesus, it will be revealed to all of us if we keep going. It means it becomes an experienced reality, a knowing, an experienced knowing. We're all going toward that point, and I have no idea why. Because the truth has already been revealed. Why on earth are we still going there? But we need, as I said, we need to understand what it is we're doing and how we are getting there. Let me show you the way. And it is the way into destruction. Because that is what is revealed. The truth of God in the book of the Revelation. How are we going there? And I think the first thing we need to understand is what those different teachings, spiritual teachings. Now, spiritual teachings are teachings that work on your spirit. That affect you on a level beyond the physical. They affect your spirit, they affect your soul, they affect your higher self. Let's put it like that, if you want to put it like that. They change your higher self energetically. You become, and then in the physical, you become a different person. Because it's the spiritual that creates the physical. All of those teachings are gateways. There is the stargate. It's within you. You are the stargate. Stop looking outside of yourself for technology. You are the one. Those teachings, the ways of alchemy, I think I've heard, I had meant to look that up, that I think it's the Freemasons that have something like over 100 gates. Shifts of consciousness that can be produced, again, can be produced at will in a person using techniques, practices. Over 100 shifts that will open the door into the knowledge of another reality. That's what those teachings do. That is the teaching of the New Testament. The way of Jesus. It's a shift, it produces a shift in consciousness that will open the door into the knowledge of another reality. It's a stargate. You are the stargate. You become the door. through which all will enter in, through which that reality will come flooding in. Now, the way. Again, people say the way of compassion. Oh, he was all compassion. He was all compassion. Nothing else. It's a way of letting this thing in. But it is happening over and over and over again. You know, people say the badness of humanity. Humanity is not bad. There are a few, there are always a few that go the wrong way and they will take everybody else with them. Yeah? The charismatic leaders that everybody else will follow. The sheep will follow with their brains switched off. Cognitive dissonance. I want to talk about that in the end. They will follow, and the leaders never, ever, ever say they are going to do something evil. Because humanity is not evil, and humanity would naturally not follow evil. So we're always being told it's going to be something good. Yeah, we're doing things because we save, because we give, because we want to, there's destruction around you, we want to rebuild. It is always something positive. And the sheep will follow, and they will do willingly whatever is needed to bring about that good outcome, because that's what we're always going toward. A good outcome. We're not seeking evil. We never do. But we're always being deceived. Yeah? Like, at the moment, climate change. We must save the planet. And the sheep will go and glue themselves to roads. Yeah? To save the planet. Again, they're not doing something because they're thinking they're doing something bad. They're thinking they're doing something good. But they're being deceived. Because this is not about saving the planet. All those climate change laws are not there to save the planet. They're doing what all the laws have always done, is to benefit the few. And to have control over the rest. That is what every time that happens. And we find ourselves in outcomes and wondering how the hell did we get there. We keep doing it over and over and over again, around the same circles. Now, let me get back to the book of the Revelation, because the truth was revealed. That is the truth that is revealed. And I am not revealing the truth. I'm not revealing any truth. As I said, it was revealed 2,000 years ago. Just desperate that people will see it. The truth of God, once we make the shift, again, we become the door, following the way of Jesus, we become the door that will open itself to the knowledge of another reality, something that was not part of this world, but it will become a part of this world through us. And the truth of God is that He is not love and compassion. First of all, He was definitely not all. There's a Borg cube hanging in the sky. There are beings in that Borg cube. That is not all. That is not the creator of all. That's just another bunch of beings that were not part of this reality until we brought them in. And they're neither love nor compassion. The angels will come to slaughter this world. That is what the book is telling you. There will be pestilences, there will be war, there will be famine. It is the servants of that God that will create these things on earth before the cube actually comes. They are getting the world ready. They are preparing the bride. The last pestilences will be poured out from New Jerusalem itself. It will be full on slaughter. That is the truth revealed. Jesus revealed the truth. And you are refusing to see it. I want to talk here about a play in Germany. It was written by Bertolt Brecht. It was called Biedermann und die Brandstifter. Biedermann and the Fire Starters. So Biedermann is comfortable middle class, well-off middle class. And he's reading in the paper that around him in the town, houses go up on fire. Yeah, people are getting killed in the houses burn down. And he's going on about the idiots. You know, what the hell have they been doing? You know, they must be complete idiots. And then somebody knocks on their door and says he's homeless, he needs somewhere to stay. And Biedermann, being a good man, doesn't want to be judging, doesn't want to be seen to be judging, wants to be compassionate, wants to be seen to be compassionate, lets this guy stay in his house. First thing. Next thing, the guy brings in a friend. And Biedermann is already, and here it comes, there's already a conflict within him whether he should be doing that or not. I come to that, cognitive dissonance. But he doesn't want to be seen. He's a good man. He doesn't want to be seen to be judging. He wants to be seen to be compassionate. He lets that other guy in. Next thing, the two guys move in barrels of something into the roof space. Biedermann sees them doing it. And they ask him if he could help. Well, Biedermann is not comfortable with having these barrels standing in his roof space, but he's a good man. He doesn't want to be seen to be judgmental. He wants to be seen to be compassionate. So he helps them move the barrels into the roof space. And he asks one of the guys. He says, "What's in the barrels?" And the guy says, "Petrol." And Biedermann laughs. And the guy said, "Why are you laughing?" And he says, "Well, it's obvious you're lying. Because if there were petrol in those barrels, you wouldn't tell me." And there's the most pivotal phrase in the entire play. The guy looks at Biedermann and says, "You know what? You'd be surprised if I tell the truth straight up to people, how many people will refuse to believe it. They will refuse to believe the truth." So they move the barrels into the roof space. And in pretty much the last scene, the two guys come in when Biedermann and his wife are having dinner. And they ask to borrow a box of matches. And Biedermann, being a good man, being a compassionate man, gives them the matches. Well, the last scene is in hell, when they've all died in the house fire. That play should be compulsory reading in every school in the world. But that's what's happening. Things are getting worse and worse. And people refuse to see the truth. In many cases, really coming to the point where they can no longer see the truth. And here is really, that is cognitive dissonance. And Jesus is way out of it. The way out of cognitive dissonance. So it means, is the discomfort of a person feels when their behavior does not align with their values or beliefs. Cognitive dissonance is a psychological phenomenon that occurs when a person holds two contradictory beliefs at the same time. There you have it, a two-minded person. Jesus said nothing worse than a two-minded person. Yeah? When the beliefs, the values and beliefs inside of yourself, the voice of your conscience, your knowledge of good and bad, when that is in conflict, does not align with what is going on in the world around you. And there is a conflict. It's a conflict between the self within and the world without. So they are moving the barrels of petrol in all around you, and you have a really bad feeling about that. But here comes Jesus to get out of the conflict. Yeah? To come to a place of peace. Yeah? Where you know the peace of God, where everything is fine. And the way is, quite simply, suppress your negative feelings. That is it. Throw Satan out of your heaven. Get rid of the accuser. Get rid of the negative voices. Get rid of the negative feelings. Go full on into a state of higher vibration. Be happy, happy, happy. Yeah? Everything is fine. Be happy. Just do away with any negative thoughts. And you will not stand in the way of them moving in the barrels of petrol to burn you down. The accuser is no longer standing in the way. That is the way of Jesus, and that is the way where you become like Jesus, where you will go to the cross, where you will go to your being sacrificed. I mean, you've already sacrificed. The sacrifice has already happened. You sacrificed your true self. Your truth. That is what you have sacrificed. And then the bodily sacrifice will come afterwards. As I said, the spirit happens first. And then the bodily thing will happen afterwards. And you will go like a lamb to the slaughter without murmuring. You will be like Jesus, going like a lamb to the slaughter, without putting up any resistance, any complaint. And the true God, the truth that has been revealed, will come, and the angels will slaughter this world. Say, I'm not revealing any truth. The truth was revealed. You are suffering, well, first of all, cognitive dissonance, and then you're getting rid of the discomfort by following the way of Jesus. Suppress any negative feelings. Be at peace. They're always telling you what they're doing. Always. In this world, they're telling you what they're doing. People refuse to see it. Or you should not judge. Or you should not have any negative feelings. They're writing it in books. Mein Kampf. The Great Reset. The New Testament. They're telling you the truth. In the New Testament, they're even revealing the outcome. And this world is a world of Biedermans that are steadfastly refusing to see the truth. That has already been revealed to them. or we're looking for the truth. We are going the way of Jesus. We're following Jesus, and we will reveal the truth. What is it you think you will find? It was already revealed. You're only going there to experience it yourself. The full-on bodily experience of the truth of God. Full-on slaughter. Why on earth do you want to experience that for yourself? You don't have to go there. That's the thing. We do not have to go there. It is up to us. We are the ones that are going. We are the ones that are doing to bring that about. Why are we doing it? Because for some reason in this book it says death and destruction. In the church they're telling you salvation. What is it you believe? Oh, I'm a Bible-believing Christian. Yes, please be. Be a Bible-believing Christian. Believe on the truth of God that has been revealed in that book. And don't go there. Stop going there. All of us, like lambs to the slaughter, following Jesus. How am I different from other channels? What sets me apart? I am not following blindly one way. I do believe, I absolutely do believe that these spiritual teachings, again, that work on your spirit, that create the shift of consciousness inside of you, I believe they work. That is knowledge. That is spiritual knowledge that will work and experience or create an experienced reality. Absolutely. I believe they work. But especially with the New Testament, I would not go on that way because the outcome has already been revealed. Again, it's been revealed. It's known. Not something I would want to go, not somewhere any human being should want to go. So I believe those things work. I believe that's science. And they derived at the knowledge by somebody doing it. A self-experiment. You might put it like that. Yeah? You set up experiments to reveal an outcome. That's the way of science. And what Jesus did was a self-experiment. He opened a gate into the knowledge of a reality. And he brought back the results of that experiment. He gave them to John. John gave them to us. And then Paul came and told everybody to go there. We are followers of Paul. Yeah, off you go. That's what we're doing. So again, how am I different from other channels? They will say that is superior knowledge, that is enlightened knowledge. Don't know what's enlightened about angels coming to slaughter, but we are enlightened to a knowledge and we must follow the path to the only truth. No, it's not the only truth. We are not in the field of the one and only truth. We are in the field of all possibilities. There is not one truth. Just tons of possibilities. Creator being the ultimate diversity of possibilities. that can be created out of him. In that he is revealed. The Creator himself is revealed. But you follow one of those paths and you're only revealing one possibility. And that is not all. There are tons of others. So I am not following just one way, believing it to be all or the only one. And yes, my cognitive dissonance, most definitely. I am a two-pointed person. There is a conflict between the knowledge within, my knowledge, and what is happening around me. And I'm feeling that conflict. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I mean, at the moment, it is becoming painful. It's not being uncomfortable anymore. It's becoming painful. How do I differ? I believe the truth within. I believe on myself. I believe on the truth of myself. And I'm judging according to myself. I am judging. I'm absolutely judging. And am I allowing the voice of the accuser? I am allowing the voice of the opposition. To speak. I am allowing that voice to speak and to become a part of my all-round reasoning. To allow that voice to be there as a part of the council. And I'm not dismantling myself, dismantling my own judgment. So I can go to the slaughter, happy, happy, happy. Knowing it's all good. Oh yeah, they're slaughtering me, fine. I'm on a higher level of consciousness, I don't mind. That is not a higher level of consciousness. The higher level of consciousness is the all-round knowing. That is the higher level of consciousness. And for that, the adversary has to be part of your counsel. So here we go, deeper and deeper into the darkness. Go into the darkness, you will find the light. Again, pure logic, nothing else. If you go one way and it gets darker and darker and darker, means the light is behind you. You're not going toward it, you're walking away from it. I say the only way that would work, you go into the darkness to find the light, is if creation was in fact spherical. Yeah? So then logic would have it, you go around the circle, you come back to the point of light that you had in the first place. You're only going the very long and very painful way around of realizing the light that you already had. Do we need to go around this circle? Do we actually need to go there in order to know what we are and what we have? The light within us. Do we only realize we have it when it's been taken away completely? Anyway, there you go. I am not a follower. I am standing in my own truth, in the fullness of the counsel of my own truth. I'm not doing away with my knowing. And I can see, yeah, let's follow Jesus and God will be revealed. He was revealed 2,000 years ago. Open your eyes to the truth. It is already there. Stop refusing to see it. I don't have to reveal any truth. I don't have to find any truth. I only need to see what is already there. And so should the rest of humanity. Anyway, here folks, I leave it at that for today. And listen, if you are in agreement with me, please start sharing my videos. I'm sitting on 25 views. Yeah, I cannot do this on my own. I need others to pull their finger out and click the button. Anyway, yeah, I leave it at that. Talk to you again soon. Bye.